Out, of course, by their club captain, Sergio Ramos. Nice touch. Otherwise, his results have been more than decent. But you look at these names and the Villarreal side, some very familiar ones. No Mario Gaspar, the club captain, or one of the captains in the squad. And Bruno Soriano is the official club captain, but he's... So only really Lucas Vázquez for Isco would be the one change that Santi Solari could have made, but Vázquez has been indecent. Mercifully, it didn't. It's a lovely pass from Fornals. It's beautiful weight, and it's Chukwueze. Gerard Moreno wanting the pass. The young Nigerian went for glory himself, and he had the option to deliver an early cross there for Gerard. Meteoric rise it's been. Understand that there's interest from a number of clubs around Europe, including Arsenal. Here he is again. Finds a good pass. Cazorla! Great start for Villarreal. And it's that talented Nigerian, Chukwueze, who sets it up for Santi Cazorla. Solari's team 1-0 down, no chance for Thibaut Courtois. Perfectly placed by Cazorla. Villarreal 1, Real Madrid 0.
Well, it's a glorious goal from Villarreal. It's much deserved. Real Madrid are barely had a touch of the ball in the attacking half of the pitch. Ramos clearly stated to Marcelo there that he's going to have to concentrate on dealing with the threat down that right flank from Samuel Chukwueze. This is far too easy. You see the youngster just gets turned to Marcelo, draws away from him, and this time he does make the right decision. The perfect weight on the pass for a player of Santi Cazorla's ability to deal with, by taking it on first time, using exactly the right technique, and of course we know he has the ability to pull it off, curls it away from the long reach of Thibaut Courtois, in off that far post. Already 4 minutes into the game, you're looking and thinking, how are Villarreal in the bottom three when they've...
6 minutes yet to remotely threaten the home goal. That might be about to change. Vázquez is in behind. It's a free header, 1-1. And it's not going to count, I don't think. Or is it? Yes, just a little bit of concern on Benzema's face that the referee had whistled to maybe an assistance flag on the near side. Didn't look to be any question of offside.
This dreadful defending Alvaro Gonzalez, deeper than the rest of his teammates, and takes up a ridiculous position at the near post, loses all of his bearings, completely loses Karim Benzema. How easy was that for Real Madrid to make progress down the right flank? Lucas Vázquez, all the time in the world that he wants, gets his head up, picks up. I can only assume the referee has been lenient there because it's in the early stages of the game, but it's immaterial. He's there, that opportunity on his left foot, wasn't it? Set himself up for a shot with his favoured foot.
Here's Benzema. Tidy ball to Vázquez. The Villarreal players all looking to the assistant on this here
season. Has been incredible fitness levels due to when you consider how long he's been out, seriousness of that injury.
34 years old now. Cazorla began his career here at Villarreal. But Villarreal have always favoured 4-4-2. It served them well. Here's Benzema taking on Alvaro Gonzalez. Nobody positioned for Real Madrid at the far post. Compassed of the Real Madrid players. Varane just in front of him. And there is the header from Varane, and it's in. Well, somehow that got away from Sergio Asenjo, who looked as though he was going to make a fairly comfortable save, and he just didn't get there. And Rafa Varane makes it Villarreal 1, Real Madrid 2.
And again, it's non-existent defending from Villarreal, but it's Rafael Varane. The minute that leaves the foot of Toni Kroos, you can see it's heading towards the central defender of Real Madrid. He gets the flight of the ball, he gets up above the diminutive midfield player Cáceres, and it's a marvellous header. It really is top drawer, back across goal. The accuracy to be a diving goalkeeper who's at full length. You see it bounces just in front of Sergio Asenjo. It's a brilliant strike. It's a turnaround in this.
Fuego over the free kick. Fed in by Cazorla. There's a nice touch from Gerard Moreno, but straight down the throat of Courtois. Address at 11sports_UK, and on Insta it's at 11sports UK. Here's Chukwueze. Made room for the shot. And already Courtois was making the dive. Casemiro in front of him, just happy to get his body under that. It spins out for the corner. Oh, it's poor control by the Mexican. That's awful defending, and it's Benzema. And now Toni Kroos. And surely now. Touched in by Luka Modric, but he was offside, to the relief of Leon. What on earth was the Villarreal right back doing?
I'm not convinced he is offside. You can see here as the shot comes in. Oh, he's miles offside. I trusted Luka Modric. He's let me down. He's one of those thought I could nail my colours to the flag.
Find him in the last January transfer window. Here's Chukwueze. Good ball to Cazorla, who's trying to feed Fornals. Moreno's pass, Costa on the march, so too Courtois.
A little bit of doubt there from the players that started the game will find their way back in.
Benzema trying the snapshot, but not troubling the Senho.
Santi Solari has been forced into a change at half-time. You kind of feel that Villarreal are a team that are in need of a little job.
Useful looking cross. Spectacular fall to the ground from Fornals, who looked rather embarrassed by it. An easy take in the end by Courtois.
Well, the big issue here is why fall to the ground? Just throw yourself at the ball. He's a yard away from getting there.
Here's Cazorla. Nicely done. Cáceres releasing Xiaomi Costa. And Marcelo under no pressure at all to calmly chest it back to Courtois.
You can see Fornals there really getting stuck.
Reappeared for this second half. Isco on in his place. Here's Fornals. Now Leon, can he deliver some quality? It wasn't bad. It just had Courtois guessing whether to come on. Javi Fuego. Ramos having to stretch for that. Gerard Moreno tries to whip his left foot on that. And wasn't too far away.
Well, he will appreciate the extra player close around him now, the two strikers for Villarreal. Just give him a little bit of space. He was always just one thing on his mind here. Draw the defenders in, trying to get the shot away. Works it onto his left foot and just past the puck.
Sloppy control there, and quickly onto it was Lucas Vázquez. Benzema completely free. Vázquez looking to go solo. Benzema drops to his knees. Wanted the pass, would have been a tap-in for the Frenchman. Only a corner.
Well, Senho, the Villarreal goalkeeper, does just about keep his team in this game. Vázquez, all energy, all enthusiasm, has got no right to get through the two challenges from the Villarreal players. Sums up pretty much their performance tonight. The two strikers now with his left foot playing down the left wing would be more advantageous for Villarreal.
Lots of room here for Marcelo. And it was blocked before it reached the goalkeeper, Victor Ruiz. Just making sure.
Not penalty to Real Madrid. Villarreal trying to apply some pressure. There's Alvaro Gonzalez at the near post. Not entirely sure this is an actual attempt at goal or just a player trying to flick it to
Chukwueze. Need to get onto that smartly, and he does. Victor Ruiz. And it's Xiaomi Costa, back to Ruiz. Costa, nicely worked. No end product for Ikambi. Though by Kroos. Lovely touch out of his feet from Chukwueze. Partially away from Ramos. And now Bacca. Good run here from Santi Cazorla. And it's so unlike him to lose his composure in that kind of position.
It possibly is.
In the engine room for Villarreal. Here they come again. There's no flag against Fornals. Oh, there's a real chance! 2-2. Santi Cazorla. Well, I wouldn't suspect he's in double figures throughout his long career for headed goals. But he gets his second goal on the night, completely unmarked at the far post. And when he heads in, it's only about a metre or two from Courtois' goal line.
We're going to have the pleasure of co-commentating on a Santi Cazorla backstick header at the far post. There can't be too many that have had the privilege of doing that. And so they work the ball, they cross it towards the far post. Courtois has every right to look at Marcelo and ask, why on earth is Marcelo just allowing him to drift away in towards the far post? And Santi Cazorla slams it home from close range. It's the least Villarreal deserve. Intermittent attacking play from Real Madrid in the second 45 minutes so far. Villarreal have had the majority of play. Players normally drop back as they age. Cazorla's going further forward.
Oh, nice take from Isco! Oh, big save. Unorthodox but effective from Asen.
Originally thought this attempt from Isco.
Slight deflection on that as well. Just